Okay, hello everyone. I'm Rosemary Pena, BGHRA President, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 8th International Conference of the Black German Heritage and Research Association in Africana Studies at Rutgers University, Camden. Our program committee and I are delighted to open this year's event themed Rekinning, Reckoning, and Justice. Please allow me to first acknowledge my colleagues, Elizabeth Clark-Hasters, Emily Fraser-Rath, Sonia Donaldson, and Keith Green, and to express my deepest gratitude for all their work to ensure this organization continues to thrive and that this conference is once again taking place. I must also thank our good friends at the Rutgers Institute for the Study of Global Racial Justice for their fervent support of our conference, and to Kate Blair for creating our lovely souvenir program once again. If you don't have it yet, please download a copy from the conference webinar at bghra.org/BGHRA 2025. A big thank you to all our brilliant keynotes, our yoga instructor, our conference artists, and all our panel and roundtable participants from whom we're all eager to hear over these next few days. Thank you for your generosity, for sharing your precious time and labor that will undoubtedly leave us all informed, inspired, and with much to think about and carry on with us when we close. So without further ado, I'll ask my dear friends and colleagues to please introduce themselves and share a few words with you, after which we will have a short break and our BGHRA Conference 2025, Rekinning, Reckoning, and Justice shall commence. Thank you all again for coming, and enjoy. Keith?
Wonderful. Good morning, everyone. I also want to just extend my thanks to everyone for being here, and also welcoming you to our 8th International Conference, which is quite a milestone of the Black German Heritage and Research Association. My name is Dr. Keith Green. I'm a member of the program committee, also a member of the BGHRA executive team, and former director of Africana Studies at Rutgers Camden. Before we go any further, I want to take a moment just to acknowledge the Lenni Lenape, the indigenous people who still occupy the space that we call, for those of us who are here in New Jersey, in southern New Jersey, and home of Rutgers Camden. Africana Studies and BGHRA at RUC sit on the land connected to their varied history and understands the responsibility to communicate the ways that the campus and surrounding community are implicated in the lives of Native peoples. We stand in solidarity with all efforts to maintain their sovereignty and dignity. So many folks have helped to contribute to this conference. Dr. Pena mentioned a few of them, but also just want to simply add our newest member unofficially, the present director of Africana Studies is Dr. Christina Jackson. We thank her for her support and guidance as well, and look forward to more of her participation in future conferences. Finally, I just want to say a word or two about the theme of Rekinning, this year's theme. Although we live in difficult times, these are not really unprecedented times. We've seen this before, and I think the theme for this year speaks to what we've always done to address those issues, is to lean into each other. Through our connectivity, through our reliance on each other, that's the main strategy that we've used to always address difficult situations and difficult moments. And so I'm really pleased to be in communion with each of you, to be in conversation for the next 3 days, and to learn from you, and in doing so, to build up ourselves for what lies ahead. So thank you all. Pleasure again to welcome you to our 8th International Conference. Sonia?
Thank you, Keith. Good morning, everyone. I am thrilled to be here. My name is Sonia Donaldson. I'm the Executive Director of Media and Archives for the Black German Heritage and Research Association. I'd first like to say welcome to this year's conference. As Keith and Rosemary have said, it is our 8th iteration of this international conference, and we're thrilled to be in conversation with you all. And this year's conference, Rekinning, Reckoning, and Justice, is, I think, quite a fit theme for the time. It's both an invitation and a demand. So, just to take a breath, we gather in a moment together that is fraught with state violence, genocide, displacement, and global anxiety. We gather together to witness empires in decline, global climate disasters, forced migrations, the cruelty of nations and its citizens, the widespread abandonment of kindness, empathy, and care. But in the space of reckoning, we come together not as mere witnesses, but actors, creative agents, and shapers of our own collective futures. In this space, we reach toward each other to knit together as global, translocal communities deeply invested in care for each other, deeply invested in a future that sees us not merely surviving, but thriving, creating, wending our way toward more just futures. And how could we not? So in this moment, I'd like to just leave us with a few words from the poet June Jordan. This is a good time. This is the best time. This is the only time to come together, fractious, kicking, spilling, burly, whirling, raucous, messy, free, exploding like the seeds of a natural disorder. I'm thrilled and grateful to be a participant of and witness to the conversations in this year's gathering, and I hope that this lights the way for us to continue moving towards each other. And with that, I'll turn it over to Emily.
Thank you, Sonia and Keith, and of course, Rose and Elizabeth. I'm Emily Fraser-Rath, and I'm the Executive Director of Education Initiatives, as well as a member of the Conference Committee for the BGHRA. And you'll be seeing a lot of me and of Keith and Sonia and Elizabeth over the course of the next few days as moderators of various panels and roundtables and keynotes. I'd also like to thank Silke Hakenesh for stepping out to also be a moderator for several events over the course of the next few days. It's been a real pleasure reading the various submissions for this conference and building the conference together. I think, like every year, this year is another exciting one, and there's lots to look forward to over the course of the next few days. So it's wonderful to see so many familiar names on the attendee and presenter list, but also a lot of new ones. So there's a lot in store, and I'm just grateful to be in community with everyone here. So I'll pass things on to Elizabeth.
Thank you, Emily. Greetings to everyone, the participants, the moderators. It's good to see you all. I won't say good morning because I'm in the middle of the afternoon. This year's conference, under the theme of Rekinning, Reckoning, and Justice, is very, very special. It's time, as everyone else has also already stated, it's time for us all to do this rekinning, and this goes deeper than just within a family. It goes to the aspect of rekinning as a people, and this people is a human people. This is the time to do that, and I think we can be on the forefront of the movement to reverse all separation between us and find what moves our hearts as humans. I am the executive director for art and culture in the BGHRA, and it's art and culture that speaks across all boundaries to what is human within us. And I'm very thankful to have this position and have this opportunity to show and showcase within the framework of this conference where art can be one of the aspects of human activity that can bring us all together across any boundary that we have. And as Sonia quoted, this is the time. So I'm looking forward to all the wonderful speakers and what they have to present. Yeah, and we'll see each other in the next few days.
Thanks so much, everyone. And to all of our audience members, we'll see you again in about 15 minutes. See you then. Thank you again.